Hello everybody, today we're going to be continuing to take a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. In the last episode, we saw a couple of things happening. Such as, the splitting of Tibet, and of course these two new countries came out of it, and that purple Tibet country no longer exists. We saw the rise of fascism in Europe with the creation of the Circle Alliance. This orange team left the Parallelogram Alliance, and the Southern French Union is getting kind of away from it. Although they are still like pretty good allies, they're kind of it's hard to explain. I will say that we saw a bunch of wars over here in the Elfs, and the Floridan and the Georgian country united, as well as the Louisianan country and the kind of Mississippi country. They united, and we have some pretty big elf nations in this region. These three are the main ones. You saw Sri Lanka rebel, and a couple more things all across the world. But if you guys enjoy these types of videos, please like and subscribe. I will really appreciate it. And let's go ahead and start with our first funny war, which is between the purple team and Oman. The Omani people went back into the blue country after the purple country started invading it, and they took a lot of land that the purple country claimed. Now, I would, you would think that the Omanis and the purple team would have good relations due to this, invading the same country, but they don't because, like I said, the purple team claimed over that land that those guys used to own. So, war happens, and it's not very good. Return up cities, I did update them a little bit more in this area, although there's literally only still two Turkmenistan. but anyways, the purple team will start their invasion of Oman, well, of this part of Oman, and it's going really well, as literally there's no one else to say, you can't do this, and there's barely any troops in this region, so they full on take it, and that was pretty easy, I would say. But from here it gets a little hard. They do try to make an invasion from right here, which goes actually pretty well at first, and it gets to about all of this land right here. And after that, they make a landing right here. Now, it's very hard for them to do this, and you're not surprised, right? Just look at this. It's invading through the Persian Gulf slash Arabian Sea slash Indian Ocean. And that's not necessarily the easiest thing to do. The Omanis, they are gonna try to push back, specifically in the southern this little landing right here. But after that happens, the purple team's just gonna take all this land. Now the purple team, they're just gonna say, hey, we can just take this port of land, and that would be fine. And the red team is just going to agree to that. So, in the peace treaty, the red team will get all their land back right here, but the purple team will gain all of this. And if you couldn't tell already, this country is it's a little interesting. Their monarch has just been overthrown, and now they are the third, or not the third, but one of the third fascist country in Asia, which is a very interesting thing. But speaking of the Middle Eastern region, we have to focus somewhere else in the Middle East, and that somewhere else is over here in Israel. So, Israel slash Palestine slash Lebanon slash Syria, they are an interesting country, but you know who's over more interesting? These guys. These guys just want land. So these guys are just gonna go ahead and invade. Now, not that much. They're gonna start their invasion through this area right here, and they just pushed around for a little bit, take a major city, and then get to the gates of the capital of Israel slash Syria, and they start taking land. The siege is happening. Um, but eventually the Israelis slash Syrians, and I call them Syrians because Syria looks like something like that, so that's why I call it Syria. It's also kind of Jordan. But anyways, they managed to push back in the capital area and all across here. But that is when someone else joins, and that is the Syrians. They're not the Syrians, the Iraqis. The Iraqis slash Kurdistan, not really Kurdistan. It's just what is this? Kind of like Saudi Arabia slash Jordan. It's about to be Jordan. As they just start pushing, they take this major city, and they don't have any people saying you can't do this because they can. They have every right to. And the Sinai people take all of that land. Now, these guys are not doing really well. they get completely pushed off the coast, and their capital is sieged by the gold team, while their capital is also sieged by the pinkish team, and well, they're fully taken. And let's go ahead and take a look at this peace treaty right about now. So in this peace treaty, we can see that the red team will get all of this land, this orange reddish kind of pinkish team. They get all of that, and well, of course, the gold team is gonna take the rest of those occupied lands, and then well take it. And well, we can see that this new Sinai, yeah, it is becoming powerful, or Sinai according to Dark. Anyway, their capital is obviously, well, it's no longer a capital, it's just a country, it's just a city of the reddish team. And well, that is our second invasion. Now we're about to see a civil war in this region. And well, let's just look at the Caucasian Federation, so that's the Caucasian Union. Now, if you remember, this was a union between the teal country and the yellow country. I'm pretty sure the border looked something like that, if you remember. Um, yeah, it looks something like that. And in fact, let's go ahead and draw this. Well, the border has been changed throughout history, but this is what it looks like right now. Although it does look a little different. It looks a little bit more like this. Now, it's actually the teal part that is breaking away, and the yellow part still wants to be a part of this. The teal part feels like they should have gotten more land over here from the Ottoman Empire, while the yellow part over here, which now makes no sense, because it's not yellow. They believe that it should have, they shouldn't have gotten in the war at all. That was a major split within this country. And it's gotten to the point so bad that they've disagreed over stuff. I mean, they've already disagreed over stuff in the past, of political stuff, but it's gotten so bad recently that the teal part is just fed up with the yellow part and has decided to rebel away. And the teal part starts to invade the yellow part from all angles. Now, the teal part is way stronger than the yellow part, I will say. Because remember, the yellow part had an empire that had all of this land right here, and it's been reduced. What do you want to know who these guys will be funding by? Oh, so yeah, these guys are totally not fascist or anything. They are just, well, taking a lot of land. They just took this major city. But that's when the yellow team is finally going to respond, and they push back, taking all of this land right here, and they start pushing in to this teal part right here. Now, the teal the teal part is well, they have a plan, which is just to take all this northern area and advance south to take down the yellow part. So that is what they do. They take all of this northern area, and that is to advance now south through this southern coast right here. And that's when they're gonna completely pull out here. That's a good option because, well, now they're being pushed into. The yellow part is not doing good, and eventually the yellow part is gonna surrender. Let's take a look at this peace treaty. In this peace treaty, the yellow part is complete. Well, the Caucasian Union is completely removed from existence, and now it's just the teal, the yellow countries, which are back, and they're back in business. And well, we gotta update the ideology layer first. The yellow team will remain a monarchy. Good for them. While the teal team is now a fascist country, and of course, immediately they're gonna go ahead and join an alliance called the Circle Alliance. So if you can go ahead and color that in, there we go. They're not in the Circle Alliance, and this is now also an Asian alliance if you count the Caucasus as Asian, which I personally do. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get to Central Asia, where we see this, well, two countries getting jumped, being this light bluish one and this greenish one right here, who have been very expansionist recently. The green one gets the jumping first, as they start getting invaded by pretty much all of their, well, all the people around them, pretty much just start invading them, and, well, it's not going good for this country as expected. You know, they invaded and took a lot of land recently, and it seemed like they were trending towards the fascist side. The purple country also jumps in on this, and well, it's about Joe over for the green team, as this wasn't already. This red country is going to rebel and come back for like the 50th time in like forever. They are back, and well, now this obviously it's Joe over for these guys, as the blue team starts taking a lot of land rapidly, and as well as the pinkish team. And well, they're just going, and eventually a peace treaty is drawn up between all of these countries, and let's go ahead and take a look at that. So in this peace treaty, the blue and the pink countries unite to form the purple country, and well, they take all of this land right here, which looks like that. This is a very good amount of land for them, and well, yeah. So they're now pretty much the blue country, which is big. The green team will still remain with most of their former land. However, it is just not as much as they used to own. The purple team will claim all of this, and then the rest of it will go to the red team. The red team that disappeared and appeared multiple times throughout the series. Yeah. So that is the green team. Now it's time for the blue team's treatment. So the green team will just start invading, and that is because, well, they want this country wiped off the map. You know, they did help each other out when that whole yellow team collapsed, but not anymore. They don't care about each other. A rebellion over here exists, and this is not the orange team invading. It looks like it, but it's not the orange team invading. It's a rebellion that supports the orange team, but it is not a rebellion that is it's not the orange team isn't invading, and well now this also looks like this purple country. But anyways, bad stuff's about to happen to them. As another rebellion happens. This time it's over here in the north. I cut myself really bad. Yeah, it's this green rebellion. Sorry for that large pause. The green team will be continuing invading, and they actually take the capital. And well, they just keep going. The orange team over here also keeps going, and the green team is well, they take this major city, and then the rest is occupied by the Turkmenistan people. And let's go ahead and take a look at this peace treaty of the blue country right now. So in this peace treaty, we can see that the Turkmenistan people gain all of that, a very good amount of land, because recently they kind of got destroyed by the orange team over here, and wow, this country has barely any major cities. I'm definitely gonna give it more after this war, or after I get done with the peace. This new country also exists. It's a kind of dark peach country. I literally got it from peach and then turned the darkness down. And then for the last country, like I said, it is a dark greenish color country, just like that. And well, for capitals, I forgot to add the capital of the red country up here. But hold on, the capital of that red country will be right here. I'm pretty sure that's what it always used to be. Then for this one right here, and well, I'll go ahead and add some more major cities to the this country right here, the Turkmenistan people, because they only have three, which makes absolutely no sense. So turning on provinces, we can put a city right here, here, and might as well just add it from the orange team. Um, yeah, I think that should be good. Just like that, turn off provinces. Yeah, that's pretty good. Actually, there should be more in their mainland. And like that. And that. There you go. That's gonna do it for that Central Asian region, which now has a lot more countries on it. Anyways, we're gonna continue with fascist expansion. That's not the right color. I mean, that's not the right country. They're going to be declaring war on this yellow country. If you remember, the purple team used to own the yellow country. There's a lot of countries that used to own this yellow country, but the purple team was the first owner of it. And then when they united with the pink team, the yellow team did not want that, so they broke away. And then they got invaded by the blue team, and then they split them out. And well, now the purple team, the gray country, the Union, they fell apart. And well, now this country is fascist and invading the yellow team. And well, they're just gonna take the capital. I think they have one more major city. No, they don't have any more major cities. So, well, yeah, this is going to be pretty easy as they strike across. And, well, now from here, they don't really have much to do. They will cut the country into a couple. However, this doesn't really do anything for them. And from here, they're just going to go ahead and surrender. And in the peace treaty, they're uh, fully taken by the country known as the purple team. And of course, that is no longer a capital. That's just a major city of the purple team. And they just grew just like that a lot. and they're back. They're back to being a big country, but not that much stronger. Over here in Europe, the purple team's truce with the brown team ended, and well, the purple team starts invading, and well, it's not going well for the brown team, as the purple team is just stronger. The Polish are not going to get involved in this war, due to the fact that they don't really think they have any business over here, and that's because they don't. The purple team does, and well, they just start invading and taking a lot of land rapidly, and they capture the capital, and the whole country is dead within a couple of weeks, I would say. And well, that is no longer that country is no longer existing. Their capital is now just a major city, and well, that's kind of sad. But what's even more sad is another country collapsing, being this yellow country. Now, why are they collapsing? Because I said so. They collapse into two pieces. One of them wants to, of course, one of them wants to stay the way they are as a monarchist, and then the other one wants to be fascist. I'm just trying to find a color. Can't really find anything. I'll go with that. So yeah, that's basically the division, and the what's gonna happen right before they divide. It's a peaceful breakaway, by the way, is the Prussians are going to invade a little bit into this yellow team area. Eventually, they're just going to come to a peace agreement. Let's take a look. So, in the peace treaty, first of all, the yellow team will gain this, not all of that. Oh, they will gain all of this land right here, which is a good amount of land for, most of it they lost. Anyways, we can see that the Prussians take all of this land, and this yellow country is now basically just Belarus. Yeah, the capital of the new greenish blue country. If first of all, gotta get the right thing, click on the right layer, and their capital would be right here. And well, there we go. Now that yellow country is divided. I really did not look. I did not like how it looked because it looked like it was just stretching, and it would look better if it was divided into two. I would say, but it also makes sense, due to the fact that well, there's fascism on the rise. And of course, the monarchists don't like that. So far, the fascists have mostly won. Coming over independence, and well, they go ahead. Finland actually just grants them independence. They don't even. Well, they don't. They a lot of the people there want independence, but they're not like actively campaigning for it. Finland decided to go ahead and release them, and well, I don't think we need to do much for this province now. We just need to go ahead and get rid of this thing, and well, we need to just follow the border right here. So provinces work. And well, if we go ahead and take this layer off, there we go. So now this country is back in business. Of course, their capital will be the former capital, and which was in this city right here. And there we go. But for the last event of this video is actually with a colonial power, and it's because of this whole thing right here. The red team owns this, and the red team is like, what have we done? So the red team basically what they're gonna do is they're gonna go ahead and release this as one, hoping it could be good. There's a lot of rebellions here. They're gonna release it as one, being this kind of actually no, it's gonna be like a pinkish type color. They release it as one, kind of looks like they're invading, so maybe like a reddish pink type color. And well, their capital is gonna go ahead and be right here. And that is not good because, once again, looking at the religion map, this area doesn't look like it's going to, it definitely doesn't look like war will happen in the future. And, if we look at provinces, it completely follows this religion. So you can see that it's been there for a long time. And, yeah, these provinces look very, very funky. And they look really weird. What? But we'll just have to see how that ends up looking in the future. But anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is, I believe, episode 33. Yeah, episode 33. And it's been over a month of me making Wixo. Doesn't feel like it. It feels like it's been like 10 days. But anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next video, and good.